That's cool.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's Mr. Pasetsky here again with the College and Career Center at Marana High School. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Cady Campbell from Willamette University in Oregon, and she has agreed to kind of talk to us about what's going on in admissions these days with the coronavirus and hopefully shed some light on everything that's going on. So welcome, Cady. Thanks for being
so
here.
Much. Thanks, Brian.
My pleasure. All right. So let me. All right. So you are currently working from home, right? And how's that going?
Yes.
Is it? Do you miss the students on campus? Do you miss the vibe on campus? That kind of thing.
Oh my gosh, yes. Working from home is such a foreign concept for most people in my office, and I think a lot of admission counselors everywhere who don't work regionally. We definitely miss the students on campus. Sure. This time of year, a lot of admission counselors' most favorite months of the year, because this is when we get to throw our admitted student programs, and we get to welcome seniors to campus, and we get to show off what a cool place our colleges are, and they get to meet students and faculty. And so for all of that to be taken away from our students, our applicants, our admitted students, it's really heartbreaking. It brings so much life to campus, and we're just brokenhearted that we can't do this in the same way. So we're having to really find new ways to adjust and connect with students who can't come to campus for safety and health reasons.
Yeah, sure. So what exactly are you guys doing to support those incoming students or students who haven't decided what they want to do yet, in terms of making a deposit or that sort of thing?
Yeah. So Willamette we're still operating on the May 1 admission deposit, decision deposit deadline. But something that Willamette does so well is connect really personally with all of their applicants. We're a small office, we work with small territories, we can connect really personally with our students. And even though we're working from home, it's not something that we lose. So admission counselors are available for my Marana High School kids. And I love those one-on-one appointments. Whenever I can get them, whether it's in the fall, whether it's in the spring, whether it's in person, on the phone, through Zoom, I love being able to connect with them one-on-one. And then we've moved all of our information sessions online onto Zoom. So admitted students, deposited students, prospective students, they can all sign up for information sessions. Counselor like myself will walk students through a presentation. In the first 20 minutes of the presentation, we talk about what makes Willamette a really special and unique place to live and learn. And then the last 10 minutes or so, we get into the really nitty-gritty details about applying for admission and financial aid. And we've built it that way so that if admitted seniors are sitting in the presentation, they've never been to campus, they can learn a lot about it, but they've already been through the admission process, they've already received their financial aid packages, presentation, and save their questions for a one-on-one with me, then they can do that a lot more easily. So we know it's not the same thing as being able to come to campus, but they'll be able to do those, to participate in those. And then we also have department open houses and student meetings. So all of this is being done virtually. So if a student is interested in the politics, policy, law, and ethics major, or if they want to be a biology major, they can open house conversation with those departments. Or if they want to learn more about the student perspective, they can sign up for a student Q&A. And those are really intended for admitted seniors who are still trying to make their decision about where they want to go to college, or if they've already made the decision they want to come to Willamette, they're really excited and they want to know more about those areas, they can still really engage in the community in that way.
Nice. So what advice would you give to a student who either is already on the fence or has already committed, but now given coronavirus is kind of thinking, maybe I should stay home, and maybe not even go to college, maybe take a year, a semester off. What advice would you give to a student like that?
I would say don't sit on that worry by yourself. I would say to reach out and talk to me, talk to your admission counselor at other universities. You've never talked to us before. We really want you to find a place that is going to feel like home to you, and we really just want you to find a school that is the right fit. And this is not a normal way of doing things. This
Sure.
is not a norm. This is not how we like our normal lives to be.
Right.
But you want to find some sort of normalcy in the abnormality that we're dealing with right now. And if you're going to be a few months from now brings a little normalcy to your life, that's really what we want you to get out of this experience right now. And we will do everything we can to help you make that educated decision. And so those virtual appointments, doing virtual tours, really digging through websites and just talking with us, connecting with us, because you shouldn't have to sit on that worry about what you're going to do this fall by yourself. Everybody is trying to navigate this on. I really just want to reassure everybody that you're not doing this alone. You're not trying to figure this out by yourself. Everybody's still trying to figure this out. And this is an impossible situation to stay one step ahead of, because it just feels like it moves sideways every time you try to get ahead of it.
Yeah, so for sure.
We really want to operate on as much of a business as usual fall way, because we have to have that kind of optimism in this circumstance. It would just be too challenging and too devastating not to have that kind of optimism. So while we are staying safe and staying in our homes to keep ourselves and each other safe and healthy, to not spread the coronavirus, we have to have the optimism back in our residence halls this fall, and that we'll be able to welcome a really amazing class of new Bearcats.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. What would you tell juniors who are, going through this thing where, oh my gosh, SATs and ACTs have been canceled, grades might be going past fail? What do you say to juniors who are now starting to think about college but don't even know where to begin?
Find those test optional colleges. There are a lot of even major optional for junior classes, because this circumstance is so incredibly unprecedented. But there are colleges and universities like Willamette that have been set up to handle this for years. So finding those test optional colleges and test optional policies where your SAT and ACT scores don't matter as much in the admission process as a number is really, really important. And just, again, remember, you're not alone. Fail for this semester. Arizona won't be the only state to do that. Other high schools in other states will make their own decisions about whether to go pass fail or not. And it's something that we will work with. Willamette uses a holistic admission process. You are not just your grades. You are not just your test scores. It's so much more about the types of classes that you have taken. It's about the engagement that you have had out. I I'm excited to see what kind of essays are going to come out of
Yeah,
the
right.
junior class.
Yeah,
How
that's
did
for
you
sure.
survive quarantine?
Right.
And I think I know we're going to read a lot of
Lot.
those
Yeah,
essays. So
so true.
take a creative approach to them, because we
Right.
will read a lot of them.
I'm sure.
But I would
Haven't thought
say
about
just
that.
remember you're not alone,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
that colleges and universities will develop practices to really help support you.
Yeah. And being on the college side of admissions, generally speaking, have you noticed any trends in admissions shifting? Again, like the test optional schools, or any other trends that you've noticed after this whole outbreak?
I think, Brian, the movement to test optional has been really fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
With even in Oregon, some large state universities, it seems test optional process could actually be really beneficial. And
Yeah.
so seeing more colleges adopt test optional policies, what I hope is that they see the value in that in the long term, and that what Willamette has seen is that our students who are challenging themselves in their classes and they're getting good grades are just as successful as those students who are good test takers, or have access to resources to become good test takers. That those students who are really academically inclined themselves academically are really high flyers here
Yeah.
at Willamette. So I'm excited for them to other colleges and universities who are adopting these policies because they have to, are really, I really hope that they see what a beneficial practice this is in terms of equity and access to a great college education.
Nice.
Other trends, you know, I think just seeing how admission offices are reaching out to students. We are already seeing so many things out of going virtual that is really wonderful for us to be able to reach populations of students who we haven't been able to reach in the past. I've come to Marana High School before, but there are so many other rural high schools in Arizona that I just can't get to because they're so far.
Sure.
But doing virtual information sessions, we can bring those students in ways that we just haven't been able to. We're seeing a lot of value in what we're doing to be able to reach other populations of students. And I think that that's something that we will be able to, we're not going to have to let go of this moving forward in terms of admission and recruitment. It's something I think that we will be able to really add to our toolkits.
Yeah, I think that's important. I can tell which colleges have been more on top of it and which colleges are racing to catch up, to be more virtual friendly. So it's interesting to be watching that. All right, well, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to stop recording.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.